What is up, guys? Ben and welcome back to a new video. Today what I have for you is some more career mode goodness. If you didn't see my last one, do be sure to go and check that out on the screen in the description on my channel. Do be sure to subscribe to my channel. That is all good and dandy. If you didn't see the last episode, we just did a little bit of the Premier League, and then we did the first leg of the semi-final against Ipswich Town. So we won that game 4-1, I think it was. So we go into the second game. We have a massive reserve side out here. We have Cesar Klein, Yoshida, Jose Fonte, Dijkmeyer, Schneiderlin, Puncheon, Shaw at left mid, Ward-Prowse, Zarate and Ibabo. Those two are going to be the partnership for the subs team, or the sort of like the weaker side. So I knew I had a 3-goal advantage. So as long as I didn't get smacked about in this game, I was still going to go through. And we start things off very nicely with a nice goal there from Zarate. Actually, I went to chip him, it come off the crossbar, and it landed straight at Zarate's feet. He obviously purposely did that. It was just it was a pass to himself. But no, we go 1-0 up, which is awesome. And then we get a misery compiler, if you will. And we get the second goal from Zarate. Again, Zarate played really well in this game, actually. He's played really well ever since he's come to the club, but in this game particularly, he played really well. When no one else was really performing, not even Ibabo, he had quite a few chances that he cocked up. But, when no one else was performing, Zarate was, and he seals his hat-trick here with a nice little run, and somehow it finds the back of the net. It was a bit of a P-roller, but it still went in. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. A great little goal from Zarate, which sealed his hat-trick. And I so stupid. Get a red card out. I'm not quite sure how this is even a red card, to be honest. It's not from behind. We'll have a look from this angle again here. It's not... sorry about the phone. Yeah, I suppose it is. It's kind of a bad tackle, but it's never a red in my opinion. But, it's a stupid red card to get, and that is the end of the game. We do win 3-0, so a 7-1 on aggregate. We go through with ease, and we play, I think it's Chelsea in the final. I need to start showing who I'm going to play in the final, because I can never bloody remember. As you can see, we dominated the game, and Luke Shaw got man of the match. Luke Shaw played really well at left mid, actually. For those of you that watch real-life football, he's been playing left mid for Man United as well. And, well, if he plays in there... If Van Gaal plays him there, he could do Gareth Bale, couldn't he? From a left back to a left mid to a left forward to a striker to a right winger. Gareth Bale's played everywhere. But we go on into the second game of the episode. It is in the FA Cup, 4th round, I think. And it is against Norwich, which should be an easy win, I'm not going to lie. We play a very similar team to what we put out in the last game, apart from we bring in Sterling. And as you can see on your screen there now, we bring in Sterling in the left mid, and then Shaw drops to left back, and Dijkmeyer sits on the bench. But everybody else is the same. Just because I knew we had a game against Chelsea after 2 days after this game, so I didn't want to play my main team and get them tired for that game. So I decided to play a weaker side. I added in Sterling just for another attacking option. I thought, I can win with this weak side, so I risked it. All in or nothing, eh? And we start off very nicely here with a goal from Raheem Sterling, the goalkeeper. I don't know how that's gone in all fairness. John Ruddy, I think they had in goal. He's played really well throughout the whole game. He saved a lot of shots from Zarate and from Ibabo. He saved quite a lot. He did really well, but somehow that goes in, which I'm not going to complain about. It's a 1-0 lead, and we swiftly make it 2. I'm not going to lie. It was a bit of poor defending, and Zarate spanks that into the bottom left-hand corner. Goalie's bottom right, and that puts us 2-0 up. So we wow. I would like to say that that's the game done, but everybody remembers the West Brom game, 2-0 up to 2-0, and I ended up winning it 3-2, but a bit of a squeaky bum time come the end. But yeah, we're 2-0 up, so it puts us in a very good position, and it is actually how the game ended. They were quite solid in defence. Well, I'm not sure if it was them solid in defence or me weak in attack. One or the other. It wasn't a great game for me. We dominated them on the shots, and possession we had more than. Holy shit. Okay, so maybe it wasn't such a bad game after all, but we had no single standout man. As you can see, Lovren got man of the match with an 8.1, so it's not fantastic, is it? But, we're still going to take the win, and we're still going to go through to the 5th round, I think it is. I don't know if it's called the 5th round, or I don't know if it's a quarterfinal, I don't know what it is. But we go through to the next round, and during the transfer period, we do actually pick up an Alexander Merkel for 10 million. I did overpay for him a little bit. I think he's worth about 6 or 7. But this was on transfer deadline day. I didn't have time to scout him, so I just decided to whack in for the 10 mil. and they accepted that. So he's a young 22-year-old. Hopefully he can turn into something good. I know he did last year on career mode. He turned into like an 86 or 7 rated player, so that's pretty damn cool. And so we move on into the rest of the transfer deadline day. Some of the top deals, as you can see, Karim Benzema's gone from Inter to Chelsea for 24. De Jong went from Mönchengladbach to Fulham for 19.5, and Oscar went from Chelsea to Atletico for the same. Hazard went, I can't remember where he went to, but he went from Chelsea to somewhere for 14 million. I could not believe it when I saw that. That's ridiculously cheap. But Chelsea, after losing some top players, they brought in Benzema, like you can see on the screen now. But they lost Oscar, they lost Hazard. So hopefully we can go into this game and pick up the 3 points. It will be a hard game because they have got a very solid defence. But we are going to be putting out the strongest side we can. We're going to be putting out the strongest side we can. The team we're going to put out is Julio César, Klein, Zuma, Lovren, Dijkmaar at left back, Wanyama, Lallana drops from cam to right mid, Rodriguez, Merkel comes in for his debut straight away against Chelsea. Probably not the best idea of mine, but I wanted to see how he played against a top team. And then we have the usual Sturridge and Lukaku up front. So hopefully we can go on to this game, or into this game, and win convincingly. We start things off very nicely. A good cross in from Dijkmaar to Daniel Sturridge. He headers it back where it came from, and he's going to put them in the net 9 times out of 10. It's his 34th goal of the campaign so far. I think we're only like 24 games in. So he's doing work basically. And puts us 1-0 up, so that's obviously a good place to be before the 10th minute. And then we swiftly double our lead here. Lukaku runs down that wing. Lukaku's actually been a big provider for me this year. He crosses it in, and Jay Rodriguez is there for the header. Quite a nice header, actually, quite a good technique on it. Gets up well above John Terry, I think it was, and just headers it where it came from again. And the goalie are just never going to save them. The goalie just can't save them. And that is how the game ended. A 2-0 win is, it's a good place to be, and 3 points obviously is absolutely amazing. And another goal for Daniel Sturridge. So it was a pretty good game in the end. We dominated basically. They did have quite a few shots, but it's something that I always do. We always have a lot of shots. But never really get a high conversion rate. I don't know what it is. I think it's not my strikers, because Daniel Sturridge done 34 goals this season. I think it just could be me taking shots from stupid places. But we're dominating, so we're at the top of the league. That's all that matters. As you can see, we do go into the hub, if you will, and that is the end of the episode. In the next episode, you will see a international friendly simmed against Venezuela. If you glance down to the bottom right-hand corner now, you'll see that we are we're well ahead of everybody else in the Premier League. But that's the end of the episode, guys. Like I said, if you could drop a like and a comment, that'd be awesome. If you could subscribe to my channel, that'd be even better. If you could do all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, blah blah blah. I don't know why I say Instagram, but anyway, you can follow me on Instagram if you want, but it's on my Twitter, so you'll have to follow me on Twitter and then follow me on Instagram. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't go changing. See you when you're older.